Armor, written by Elizabeth Griffin, narrated by Elizabeth Griffin. This is young adult fiction. Chapter 1. Levi, are you up? I don't hear you moving around in there, shouted Mrs. Murphy. Hurry up! Saul should be out of the bathroom by now. Levi heard the voice of her mother, but she didn't want to get up. She was too tired to move. What time had she fallen asleep? She couldn't recall. Why did her mother's words sound so far away? They were muffled. Levi's brown eyes popped open. They darted around and then moved from side to side as she began to wake. The morning sky greeted her with fluorescent blue colors and drifting clouds. Birds were chirping in high-pitched tones from the nearby trees. She stifled a growing scream as she glanced beyond the roof's ledge. Her face was pressed into a hard surface. It was cold against her cheek. Levi stared down at the driveway below. Her eyes scanned the side lawn of her house. She saw the plastic emerald green trash cans that lined the sides of the building. She was going to fall. She was going to tumble right off the side of the roof, splat, onto the cemented driveway below. Her intestines would be strewn everywhere. Levi's mind quickly shot to an image in the Bible of Judas Iscariot falling to his death. She thought of his body being buried in the field of blood. Those thoughts alarmed her. Was she going to die? Right here? Right now? When had she fallen asleep? Why hadn't she realized that she'd slid to the edge of the roof? Levi tried to move. She tried to lift her body from its fetal position. Her knees were touching her chest. Her hands were locked beneath her chin. She couldn't move. Her muscles would not obey her command. Levi panicked. What was wrong? Why couldn't she lift her arms? She struggled to rise, to get into a crawling position, but nothing happened. She felt paralyzed. Oh no, what's going on with me? Levi tried to caution herself to remain calm, to stay in control, but fear took over. She was trapped on the side of the house, unable to move. She didn't understand what was going on. She waited for a little bit and then tried again. This time, she was able to lift her head. This time, she was able to pull herself up into a crouching position. This time, she was able to inch up the side of the house, gingerly, cautiously, until she reached the opening of the bedroom window. This time, the angel who'd held her securely in his embrace during the early morning hours had released her from his protective arms and allowed her to return to the safety of her room. Armor, written by Elizabeth Griffin, Chapter 1. Stay tuned for Chapter 2.